Yo, my name's Luke RV, from Neath Batalba, South Wales, singer, songwriter, rapper, and yeah, my EP, What's That Over There, is out now.
Yeah, probably round the back, smoking, no gloves, got my hands frozen. Yeah, let me be frank, awesome, would you act like you don't have emotion? Before you came round, the tornado fucked up my room, and I swear it's not usually like this. How come you can see through my disguises? Gotta prove that I'm still full of surprises. Look on your face, priceless, when I show you that I'm different to them lot. Don't do me dirty, I got memnon, couple years past, like where's all my friends gone?
When I was growing up, making music weren't like a thing you did with the boys, you know what I mean? There was a couple of community centres spotted around the place. They've got like a dartboard and like a pool table, and that's what you're really doing, you know what I mean? You're not like, you're definitely like mixing or like listening to music, or there's no mics and you're not encouraged, so it's not that atmosphere. So when I was growing up, I was always looking for that atmosphere, looking for a creative environment, looking for somewhere where I could, you know what I mean, test my metal. But I wasn't able to do none of that. I don't know many other people who make rap music in Neath, not to say that like people ain't listening to rap, but I don't know, I'm not sure if it's maybe people don't feel comfortable enough to do it. I just don't know many people making music for stuff, to be honest with you. It's a bit rubbish, man, for like all that sort of stuff. It's not about it all, but there's obviously a bit of like band stuff going around there, like, you know what I mean, a lot of like the punk or fucking heavier bands. So like, it's mad, I come up to Cardiff here, I speak to like local and some of the boys, they were all in tune with the grime thing that was going on, you know what I mean? So they had the DVDs, they had all this and that. I was never in tune with none of that, I didn't see none of it. It was definitely isolated. Even like, you're Cumbrian, innit? So like, there was none of that when I was in school. Like, I was listening to Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, NWA, like CDs I got off my brother. But like, Asteroid Boys, you know what I mean? And then local, they're the two first things I know.
Yeah.
I only knew local from Loaded the Mics.
Merkage and Tiny Skits was me, bro.
Tiny Skits then from JDZ and that, so those were the three I knew. And Elvo, you know what I mean, who like was doing SBTV, so there was a few people. It wasn't until I started coming up here though, and then I realised, yo, there's so many people. And now, thinking back to when I came up here from 5 years ago, oh, there's actually people everywhere doing this, like, you know what I mean? There's people all over Wales doing it at really high levels, man, you know what I mean? But even still, I think it's slow, like the fact that there's not that many artists in Swansea compared to Cardiff or Newport.
There's no serious artists, bro. You get me? There's no one that's not passionate enough about it. We'll do it for the right reasons.
But to be fair, it's not like there's a lot of fucking rewards to reap in it. It's a lot of fucking fake imagery. It's a lot of selling a persona that ain't real a lot of the time. And I think that's a big problem a lot of people have, is they're selling. Like, some people can sell an image, some people can't, and some people are trying to sell an image and they're shit at selling.
And yeah, you can't afford to be from Wales and not be authentic, bro, because we've already got so many disadvantages. You don't want to be giving yourself another disadvantage by not being authentic, you get me? So
yeah, man.
That's why you only see boys like me, probably local, Film Quest doing their thing because they're authentic, bro, and you know, you can see that in their work.
It's like a determination thing, bro. Like, sometimes you make something and you expect it to pop, and it don't. And to pick yourself up, and like even to accept like a reaction that weren't what you wanted, and to think, minor, I'm gonna move on to the next thing and do it again. That's the game, you know what I mean? That's the cycle we're in. And I think if you can pick yourself up regardless of expectation, and if you can not get disappointed by things, that's where you're gonna win. Like, stay true to what you believe, and then one will pop, one won't. To be honest, the one that does pop might not even deserve it. The one that doesn't pop is probably one that should have popped. My biggest song on the Spotify is the one with Kevin Harvey, Keep Vibes Near Harvey White. I was in a Manga St. Hilaire show in London. Footsie, I swear it's Footsie who was supporting. And Footsie just goes, oh yeah, big up Harvey White, he produced my entire EP, pointing them out in the crowd. Me and Keep Vibes Near had been chatting to each other on Instagram, sort of like doing the back and forth, I like your music, blah blah blah. And I knew Harvey and Keep Vibes Near were close, so we're in the show. I'm with Minas, and Minas said, oh, I just bumped into Harvey. Come over, say hello, something like that. So I've gone over, said, yes Harvey, blah blah blah. he's gone, yo, come studio tomorrow. I got a studio in Hackney. I was like, alright, cool. Me and Minas went to the studio, Keep Eyes Near come through, we made a couple of tunes. This one, I didn't even think too much of it, to be honest with you. I wanted to change it. I sent them a version where I changed it completely. We did a different beat breakdown, and I was like, that's the one I wanted to do. We went with the original. I didn't even know we was gonna make a video on that, but we ended up making a video. And the video, yeah, we done that with Seb. But Seb is a sick videographer, to be honest with you. We done it. We were gonna do that one in Wales. That would have been sick, innit? Because they wanted to come down away from London, but we ended up finding somewhere that looked like it could have been Wales in London. Yeah, it was like some English country, you know what I mean? Like Cambridgey, Oxfordy. I really get on with those boys. They're both fucking blessed, you know what I mean? Like they show big love, and I think they're gonna be mega stars. So salute to them. But that tune is on like nearly 500,000 streams, you know what I mean? And like that's the first of mine where I've been like, yo, okay, this is. And since then, like some of my other tunes, I'm doing more streams than I used to, you know what I mean? But that moment was spontaneous, you know, I didn't know that was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Some tunes, you spend weeks and weeks writing, thinking, oh, this one is the one. That one I didn't even know, and it became like. So yeah, I think it's all part and parcel, innit? And yeah, man, it's sick. It definitely made me realise I want to work with a few more artists outside of Wales, because obviously in Wales I work with all of the people that I like and respect, or like have mutual admiration for, you know, all the boys. But it's nice to work with people you don't actually know, because you know what I mean, it's more about the art then, I don't know, it's a weird one. And I just likes the contrast, you know what I mean? But like if I said like grief, do a topic on grief, or shame, do a track about shame, you know what I mean? Like these are like music's an expression. It's weird that people always express it in the same way, which is a flex. Like, I don't know, obviously there's a time and a place, but for me, like music with a bit of substance, when it has like some sort of direction, is usually the more interesting music that lasts a bit longer. But that's the blend, isn't it? Because obviously I want to rock shows as well, and I don't want to come out and cry on stage and expect everybody to dance with me, you know what I mean? So What's That Over There is my project that's just come out. It's probably the first project I put out where I'm like, you know, I actually like the project. Usually I listen to music before it's come out. Once it's come out, I don't care. But like I can listen to this one still. I think when you're trying to make music, yeah, you want to make music that's an accurate reflection of who you are. And I think there was definitely a period where I was figuring myself out still, and the music is a reflection of that. Now I feel like, obviously, I could look back at this in 3 years and think like, what a fool I was. But obviously there's a couple of tracks I made back then which still resonate with me, and I still like them. But the music definitely now, I'm definitely more proud of it, to the extent that I don't mind if people see it. Isn't it weird when you put music out and a part of you still thinks like, I hope this don't get many views. Think of your worst song that's out, and then think in your opinion, and then it went viral. You know what I mean, for the worst moment, and you're like, oh no, everyone's heard what I think is my worst side. Yeah, bro, I've never deleted music. Like every song I've ever made is still on Spotify. There's loads of music I would like to delete for a bunch of reasons, but I'm just keeping it up there for just for people to see. But my first 2 EPs, right, honestly sound like they were recorded through like a laptop, right, and they honestly sound like they were written by somebody with the like mental capacity of like 9.
Because you know what you're capable of now. You get me?
What you're doing now.
Yeah. Well, you was the guy back then. You're still the guy now. Do you get me?
Well, I got one tune, yeah, with the hook is I've been thinking about evolving. Right now I'm just coughing and wheezing. That's a terrible, but that's actually, and I thought, and when I wrote that, I probably thought like, yeah, why am I not famous? But you know what, like I definitely have a little smile, like laugh and a joke with some of the boys, because I'm guilty of a cheesy lyric every now and then, for sure. I don't know, some of my lyrics are tongue-in-cheek, innit? Like if you knows me outside the music, you knows, like, I don't know, I like irony, satire and stuff, so I think in the music it's weird, because I'm trying to be, a part of me is trying to be vulnerable, trying to be sincere, honest, you know what I mean? But a part of me is also then trying to be clever. Like when I say like, let me be frank, Ocean, that's like so, that's corny, like, you know what I mean? But it doesn't sound corny when you listen to it, because it's sort of like light-hearted, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it is trying to find a weird line to toe, I guess, you know what I mean? Not to give away the source, but yeah.
I like the no gloves reason.
Yeah, I mean that whole chorus is like that.
Yeah, Stop Spoiling's a mad tune because Conrad sent me that beat, bro. Conrad sent me that beat about 4 years ago, and like I remember like just like disregarded it. And yo, when I played it to him, I was like, oh, I'm making a tune on this, my next single. I was in a bit of a rut. I hadn't made music in a minute, and he was like, no, you ain't. Like, this is terrible. Like, you're not putting this out. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I've lost the project file. I can't even update it. It's not like this ain't happening. He made me a new beat based on that. When you listen to it, made me a new one, and he was showing me. He was gassed. He was like, this is the new and improved. Showed it to me. Nah. I recorded it on there. He was like, just record it. We'll see how it goes. I recorded it on there. I was like, nah. I wasn't feeling it. Like, I wasn't feeling that. Bro, I used the original. Last minute. Yeah, he's jamming, he's loving it. And I just weren't hitting. He was calling the boys in from the other room, being like, listen to this. We're playing them back to back. And both of them would be, a lot of them were on the fence, you know what I mean? And then it just took one of them to say, nah, the original, it sounds hard. Just for me to go, yeah, all right, like, let's go with the original. Like, I made my mind up. As soon as I saw somebody else feel the way I did, I was like, if somebody else can feel it, then I'm running it, yeah, for sure. Obviously, Nifty mastered it. He whacked it in the pack-a-punch, you know what I mean? And it comes out clean as a whistle, like.
When you have a good feeling about the song, man, you said that to me, like, it's fucking, it's the one, you know. You have to go.
We're after. We're after. Just come in.
We're good.
Nice one, brother. So the EP, what's that over there? It was 8 tracks, and it was no features. The next project I do, I'm trying to do more features, maybe even all features, but I'm just trying to work with more artists now. It would be nice to explore a few different sounds. I think that at the minute I've been sticking to like a rap thing. A part of me has always wanted to do the full band route. I'm doing a headline show next year, and I'm going to do the full band thing. So I don't know, it's sort of like a seeing which route to take it. You know what I mean? I'm dabbling my feet in both, maybe. Who knows? We're just arranging a day sport, to be honest with you, because I want us to bring out more music. Like the project I just dropped now is just to like stay consistent and stay putting music out, you know what I mean? But in terms of like doing something bigger, I'm gonna build a hype again. You know what I mean? I got a lot of like things to start building it before as like a celebration, you know what I mean?
I would sleep on floors or sofas if I knew that I'd make you any closer. If I thought that I'd make you less far. Make me wanna read, get smart. Make me wanna lift weights, get strong. I got what it takes, don't matter if
I wanna write my truth, but truthfully that ain't gonna right my wrongs. Sometimes don't wanna do nothing, like fuck it, I'm signing on. Yeah, late night drive, I hope the car behind me don't whack no sirens on there. Late night. Yeah, cool.
Nice.
Hard.
Yeah, yo, what's it pertaining? Tell you the truth, there's a lot on my plate and it's paying. I wanna write my truth, but truthfully that ain't gonna right my wrongs. Sometimes don't wanna do nothing, like fuck it, I'm signing on. Yeah, late night drive, I hope the car behind me don't whack no sirens on. Late night kick back in the night in one. On a good day, don't say all the things that I should say. Might just piss up the Spain for a bit like Woodgate would make everything so much easier. I just need a place and a visa. Yeah, I just need space and a breather. Space for the flavour, space for the speaker.
Yeah, the mug's so crisp, innit? The mug's crisp FC, innit?
Yeah. Lovely, innit?
Don't beat that much.
If I thought that I'd make you less far away, I tell you that I'm fine, even though I got so many things on my mind that I'd rather say. Hate that you saw me in my darkest days, yeah. In the hardest ones, when I be somewhere I'm the farthest from, where I'm stuck in my ways with my father's son. Wish that I didn't think about it half as much. Stuck, yeah. In a thought all day, you say stuff that I never thought you'd say. From walking the park to walking away from down for the right.